If you want to take apple cider vinegar first thing in the morning or before you go to bed, there are a few things you need to consider before deciding. And to be fair, there's good reasons for taking both methods. And I know this because I've tried both methods. And I'll discuss all of these things throughout the video. And because I'm nice, I'm going to throw a bonus thing to consider right at the end of the video. Those that watch all the way to the end. When I first started taking apple cider vinegar, I started taking it in the mornings because I knew the sharpness would wake me up, and that it did. And it would also help kickstart my digestion for the day. And given I struggle with IBS, I thought that was the way to do it. And after 4 months, I switched to taking it before bed, just because I wanted to try it out. And funnily enough, I prefer taking it in the evenings. I'm not sure if I'll go back to taking it in the mornings. IBS management and a couple of other health benefits were the main reasons why I started consuming apple cider vinegar, and felt I had a better return from taking it in the evenings, and so I stuck with it. I started taking apple cider vinegar at the start of 2024, which was around the time I started this channel, and that's because I started seeing some proper results. Because my whole life I struggled to lose weight with standard diets and simple calorie deficits. It just didn't work for me. And more recently, over the past 3 years, I've been suffering pretty horrifically from my IBS. Most mornings where I was struggling to even get out of the house due to the constant sensations. Apple cider vinegar has fixed this completely, and that's why I love it so much. And there's another recommended time for consuming apple cider vinegar, which I haven't yet tried, but I'm willing to try just to give it a go, see what the difference is, if any. So in this video, I won't be touching on that. I felt a few benefits whilst consuming apple cider vinegar in the mornings. The main benefit was more alertness during the day, but I also felt more awake for longer periods of time, and certainly helped the common afternoon slump that everyone gets just after lunch. And in return, that led to me not drinking coffee past 12 o'clock. However, I am a bit of a coffee geek and I do love an afternoon coffee, so I do allow that some days. But the apple cider vinegar can actually be known for replacing caffeine in some instances, due to the acetic acid. And all these benefits make sense because apple cider vinegar is brilliant at regulating blood sugar and fat levels, helping you to manage them throughout the day. And with my IBS, it actually helped reduce the number of times that I was needing to go to the loo before I could leave the house comfortably. But not quite enough. So despite the benefits that I was seeing from taking it in the morning, I wanted to switch it around and give it a go. And so I started taking it in the evenings. And this is where the timings depend on the person and what your objective is when deciding to consume apple cider vinegar. Because for me, apple cider vinegar in the evenings reduced my trips to the loo the following morning even more than when I was taking it in the mornings. And for my IBS, that is absolutely key. It was the worst part of it for me, and I had to sort it somehow, and apple cider vinegar has thankfully done that for me. I also found that I was more tired when going to bed than I'd normally otherwise have been, and felt I was having more replenishing sleeps as well. And I also struggle with acid reflux, because taking apple cider vinegar in the evenings helped my acid reflux overnight, and throughout the following day. And I also felt my digestion of my dinner was a bit better, which is probably why I was only going to the loo fewer times than I was when I was taking apple cider vinegar in the morning. Previously, I'd go to bed feeling pretty full and bloated due to my mediocre digestion, and I'm glad to say that apple cider vinegar has actually helped me with that. Whenever I am feeling acid reflux coming on, whenever I am feeling bloated, particularly bloated before bed, I will 100% make sure I'm taking that apple cider vinegar because of the effects it has when my head hits that pillow and I have that night's sleep. But also that following morning when I get up off that pillow, I don't have the acid reflux when I wake up. I don't feel the sturgy digestion in my stomach, and I don't feel bloated either. And taking it in the evening has stopped all of that completely. Taking it in the morning still does the same, but the impact is greater, I feel, when I take it in the evenings. And some other benefits that apple cider vinegar can bring when you take it in the evenings can help with people and insulin sensitivity due to its ability to regulate blood sugar and fat curves, like I mentioned earlier. This should also help people sleep better. And as promised at the start, the bonus thing to consider applies to both techniques. Please make sure you give at least 30 minutes, preferably 45 minutes before you clean your teeth, both in the mornings and the evenings. And that's why when I was taking apple cider vinegar in the morning, I'd make sure that it was the first thing I'd do when I wake up. Not only to wake me up, but in order to give me that time to get ready, shower, change, clean my teeth, get my food, get my work bag packed. And that normally works pretty well for me. And the same with in the evenings. When I take it, I make sure to leave at least 30-45 minutes before I clean my teeth and get to bed. And in more recent times, I've been taking it directly after dinner. And I feel more of an impact on my bloatiness and my digestion much quicker. So in order to round this off, I've not actually seen any pros or cons that massively outweigh taking it in the mornings or in the evenings, nor any real scientific evidence. And a quick Google search will tell you that. Not just the blog posts from authoritative blog sites, but Genesis too, Google's new AI thing. So at the end of the day, apple cider vinegar is best consumed for when it fits your schedule the best. Give both methods a try. Let me know in the comment section down below which one you preferred and which one you're going to stick with. And give me your reasons why, and it will cause a good discussion. Because like I've mentioned, the evenings allow me to manage my IBS much better the following day, along with other things like my acid reflux, my bloatiness, and even my digestion. Definitely my trips to the loo. And it does a better job than it does in the morning, so I'm going to stick with the evenings. But everything in this video is completely pointless if you don't know how to consume apple cider vinegar properly. And that's where this video here can help you with that. But for now, just make sure you think about the reasons as to why you want to consume your apple cider vinegar and let that time of day fall nicely into your schedule.